Good evening. My name is Dr. Monix Forrest. I'm a clinical psychologist who works with individuals, families, people who are struggling with life-challenging issues such as mental health problems, substance abuse, anxiety, depression, people who have experienced traumatic incidences that have occurred in their lives, such as car accidents, falling out of a window, those types of traumatic events. I also do some work in the area of sports psychology. I work with athletes who may be struggling with their focus, basketball players who are having difficulties with their free throws, boxers who are having a hard time with concentrating on things that they need to do in the ring. COVID-19 has caused tremendous difficulties in the United States and globally. People are struggling with all kinds of problems, such as loneliness, suicide, acting out behaviors, just to mention a few. What's really tough is that right now, we must do our best to stick together, and we have to look out for each other. We have to look out for our neighbors, and we have to be caring to our family members and our loved ones. It's an unprecedented time right now, and we must work on being gracious to each other during this difficult time. We are not in the same boat, but right now we are in the same storm together due to COVID-19, and we still need each other. I'm hoping that that is the one thing we can learn, is that in order to get through COVID-19, we must stick together, we must social distance, we must wear our masks, and we must be focused on good hygiene. Today I want to touch on the accident that took place with Tiger Woods. He was involved in a horrific accident last week, Tuesday. I heard about the accident when I received a text from my wife. She also sent a screenshot saying Tiger Woods involved in a car crash and he was pulled out by the jaws of life. When I received the message, I was immediately saddened. It was tragic news because I admire Tiger Woods and I identify with him in the sense that he's a black male. He also has a spiritual foundation, and he attended Stanford University, a prestigious learning institution. Now, when I hear about a black male attending college, I'm always interested in that because I know that education is extremely important, especially for black males. Now, let's look at the impact that Tiger Woods has had on the game of golf. First, let me say that the game of golf should be a game for everyone. But it's no secret that for the most of the history of this sport in America, it has been dominated by white men. In fact, until 1961, PGA rules specified that only white men could be members. Some may say that's systematic racism. I will leave that up to you to decide. Tiger Woods is a race breaker and a history maker. I liken Tiger Woods to Jackie Robinson. We all know what Jackie Robinson did. Tiger Woods turned pro at the young age of 20 years of age. He became the first African American to win the Masters tournament at a young age of 26. Tiger Woods was the top-ranked golfer from 2004 to 2009 and from 2005 until 2010. He was the PGA Player of the Year 11 times. Tiger Woods has what I call fan appeal. He made golf really cool, especially for young people. I remember watching that first Masters tournament. I'd never watched golf before, but because that young man was playing for the Masters, I tuned in and watched that game until he won. Tiger Woods has attracted a huge fan base to golf. People who never watched golf before started tuning into golf because of Tiger Woods. He has a presence about him. And as a psychologist, I would say that he has a bit of a mystique that's very, very attractive and extremely appealing. I started watching golf only because of Tiger Woods. Prior to Tiger Woods, I thought that golf was a boring sport. I never considered it a real sport. People who never played golf before now started playing golf, especially African Americans. I love going to the driving range to hit some balls. I find that very, very soothing, extremely therapeutic, and it's nice to be on a golf course where you're outdoors, you're in nature. It's just a beautiful scenery. I have a buddy of mine that I grew up with. He lives and dies for golf. That's all he does. And I know that he took up the sport because of Tiger Woods. Few people know that Tiger Woods is dedicated to his craft. To be the best at anything, one must put in the time. One must pay the price to be the best. And he certainly has done that. He embarked on a serious workout regime that few people know about. Tiger Woods uses a combination of flexibility, exercises, and weight routines. I have been told that he will work out from Monday to Friday, 5 to 6 hours a day. His dedication to the craft of golf is rigorous. His workout routine is relentless. Tiger Woods took his body and his workout regime seriously, which has helped him to crush the game of golf. For him to hit 300 yards is nothing for him. He's just that prolific, and a part of him being such a phenomenal golfer is that he put time into honing his craft. Here's what I find rather amusing. When they started tiger-proofing golf courses because they felt that Tiger Woods had an unfair advantage, he just kept on winning. Tiger said, you know what? I welcome the challenge and I welcome the change. In that adding yardage to courses did not affect his ability to win. And he was right. He said, it's not going to affect my ability to win. And he kept on winning just to show them that tiger-proofing a course doesn't mean anything to me. He was probably laughing internally, but being a gracious person as he is, he said, be my guest and watch me tiger rip the course. That's the type of golfer he is. He is transformational. He has transcended the game in so many different ways. Now, do I believe that Tiger Woods can come back? Absolutely. Of course. He can come back because he's resilient, he's strong, he's very focused, and extremely successful at the game of golf. He has a healthy ego, and that's important for an athlete. His ego has helped him in terms of the game of golf. And the only person that Tiger Woods has anything to prove to is not you and me, to himself, if he chooses to do that. Because he loves the game of golf. So that's a motivator for him to come back, once again, only if he chooses to. Tiger Woods will have a medical staff unrivaled anywhere. And he will have the best medical technology available. He has experienced considerable direct trauma as a result of the accident. But a good psychologist will be able to help him to process that and to deal with it effectively. There's only a handful of athletes that I would never bet against. And I've been blessed to be around some famous and prolific athletes. But I'll tell you, Tiger Woods is one of those athletes, and there's 5 of them on my list that I simply would not bet against. So in terms of what will happen or what Tiger Woods will do, all I can say to you is just stay tuned. And this is what I mean by that. Because right now, his situation in psychology, we call it an existential moment, in the sense that it's an existential story because the end has not yet come. We don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know what it's going to be. But I do want to say to Tiger Woods, thank you for being an inspiration to the younger generation. Thank you for inspiring African Americans to dream big, to play golf, because a lot of golfers are doing their best to emulate you. We're giving you roses today, Tiger, because most of us, we don't get the flowers that we deserve. A lot of us, we wait too late to give people the flowers that they deserve. But we're giving it to you today, and we're wishing you Godspeed in terms of your recovery. I will be praying for you, and one thing that I do know is that prayer changes things. Rest easy, recuperate, and we look forward to seeing you dominate the game of golf. Sports serves many different purposes. Sports help people to connect on a social level, and you have really done that with people in terms of golf. So we appreciate that. And today, we give you mad props for what you've done. Get well. And we're praying for you and your family. All right, so right now we're in an outpatient therapy facility. This would be the kind of facility that Tiger Woods will be spending a significant amount of his time once he gets out of the hospital. As you can see, there's all kinds of machines here. There's treadmills. There's workout machines. This for someone who has had an accident. So this is driver rehab. So maybe this might be a part of some of the things that he may have to work on, practice due to the accident. So this will help him to regain his skills and be able to begin to drive again. So you see all kinds of apparatus here for leg injuries, back injuries, weight machines, physical therapy, all those types of things that he would be expected to participate in to regain his abilities. With Tiger Woods being an elite athlete and having an understanding of the type of person that he is, because when it comes to working out, I've been told that he's relentless. So he will be spending a lot of time in this type of environment for rehabilitation purposes to get him back to his previous level of functioning. Once again, his facility, I'm sure that he will work out in, will have the latest equipment, technologically advanced equipment, to get him rehabilitated as soon as possible. This here is going to help with his ambulation, his ability to walk. When someone has fractured their legs, they will utilize this instrument, the hip, to help them gain their balance and their mobility and to be able to walk properly. It's a quick preview of what a treatment room will look like. It will be a rigorous process for him. It will take endurance, and obviously it will take tremendous commitment on his part. But if there's ever an athlete who's committed to improving himself, to improving his body, it will be him. Tiger Woods has had over 5 back surgeries. I have a lot of patients who come to see me who are having back surgery. And one of the important things when someone is undergoing a back surgery is that the orthopedic surgeon will want to know if that person is psychologically capable of going through that type of procedure. So normally they will send a psychologist, and then my job would be to evaluate him to make sure that he's ready to perform, to undergo that particular procedure. So we want to know that psychologically, is this person okay? Is he depressed? Is he anxious? So those types of symptoms would preclude someone from having a back surgery. So once again, Tiger Woods has undergone, I believe, 5 back surgeries, and he has come out. And he's still one of the greatest golfers ever lived after having 5 back surgeries, which are major surgeries. So in terms of that accident, do I believe that he can overcome it? Most definitely.